Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn. Very glad to have you with us on this Friday morning, January the 31st, 2025. This week we've been looking at the call of Jeremiah from Jeremiah chapter 1 and this verses 4 through 10. And this morning I'm going to have us focus on verse 10. Up to this point we have heard the Lord's call to Jeremiah. We've heard Jeremiah's complaint that he was only a boy, suggesting that no one would actually listen to him. And the Lord said, "Don't say that, and don't be afraid. I will deliver you." And now we come to verse 10, which concerns the character of the word. The Lord has placed the Lord's words in Jeremiah's mouth. And now we come to the character of those words. What are these words? And that's in verse 10 of Jeremiah chapter 1. "See, today I appoint you over nations and over kingdoms, to pluck up and to pull down, to destroy and to overthrow, to build and to plant." Wow, those are very powerful words, especially for a prophet, a very young person who is a prophet in a very poor and weak military country. So there are all these very strong words: pluck up, pull down, destroy, overthrow, build, and plant. And these words are coming to a young man who is from a poor country that doesn't even have a military to speak of, dependent upon other countries to protect them. And so, very strange sort of thing to say, unless we are thinking about, unless what's being talked about here is a different kind of power. I think it is connected to military power and then power of nations, but I think it's more like the eternal view of those things, like nations come and go, powers come to be and pass away. It's the long view, the eternal view, you might say, of the history of nations. And it's these words in Jeremiah's mouth that have this power. And you can see now, I think, that what's being talked about here, the kind of power that's being talked about here, is an eternal power, a power that does not come to be and pass away. And for Jeremiah and the law and the prophets, which Jesus came to fulfill, that power is righteousness, truth, goodness, love, God's self, in fact. So it does seem to me that it's a strange kind of thing, of course, to say this to someone who is powerless, that today, on that day, as a young person, they now are appointed over nations and kingdoms. And but I do think that we're talking about eternal power here, something that does not come to be and pass away, and ultimately that is goodness. This is what we give our lives to. Let's close with this word of prayer from W.E. Orchard. Immortal, eternal, invisible, who hidest thyself in darkness and silence, who veilest thy glory in the beauty of nature, Thy form is unknown, thy name we mortals dare not utter. Yet thy worship is truth, and thy tabernacle is the heart of the human. Calm our passions, silence our clamorous thoughts, that we may be still and know that thou art God. Put out all lesser lights, that we may see the light within. Naked in soul we stand before thy dread tribunal, that trembling there we may know no other fear, that gazing upon the face of the eternal we may not fear anything else. Lead us through the deeps of our own nature, past the gateways of thought, till face to face, heart to heart, thought to thought, we are in thy presence. Break down our pride, burn out our sin, banish our selfishness. May perfect love cast out all fear, perfect sacrifice make an end of sin, and thou, the all in all, smite down the prison house of the self, and set our spirits free, in tune with the infinite, at home with the eternal. Shut us in with thyself, O God. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope that you have a very good day. Goodbye.